Gonna give you some new shit, okay? Some old shit, you feel me? Alright? And talk about all the shit, alright? The first one I want you to make some motherfucking noise for, and nigga, if you need a motherfucking stool, I got you one, okay? Cause I know you crude. I know you crude on the mic, alright? Make some noise right now for Robyn.
Pero un caso serio. ¿Qué lo que? Hey. Okay. The theme for tonight was what's new, right?
Yeah.
So, not to flex or anything, but, a bitch just got a raise, so. I got you. So yeah, let's just get into it. Sometimes I drink so much I think myself the ocean. What a collage of bodies I hold inside me. Spanish in my name, black behind the ears. Wave all in my hair like I carry us somewhere bodies can't be dragged to. I take the boat to somewhere and fashion it a boyo. I take the waves and spit them out like a guitar riff and watch us dance to them like who gonna tell the ocean how to move? Like we can't swallow them. So yeah, that was a short one. Alright, so, shit that's also new in my life. For a while there, I took a year off of college because I just didn't feel safe there anymore. And I recently just went back this semester. And yeah, that was really fucking difficult. Just because, some background, I'm Dominican as fuck, and wasn't born here. And there is something to be said about that immigrant experience where you feel like you always have something to prove because your parents left an entire country for you. Even though they forget that I left the country with them too. And you get here and you're just like, it feels like I've never earned this. So, there are things that weigh on your mind, like leaving college, and just being like, that is a crazy heavy choice, because it feels like you're betraying everything about everyone, whether it's everyone in your culture, whether it's everyone in your family, because they did this crazy thing just to get you here. But also it was the right thing, I needed to do that shit. So when I was first getting into college, I wrote this angry ass poem because the college admission process is like mad work and racist and not really meant for us. So all of that to say, I also won a full ride to scholarship, so fuck that. You feel me? Which is a weird flex, but hey. So yeah, we're gonna talk about some shit. Mommy done slit her wrist and rode a Yola on the longest wavelength just to come to America. Shut up. They told her the streets were paved in gold. Turns out it was just piss. Promised land, it never looks the way they say it is. Always whitewashed, never clean. America has a tendency to see anything different as ugly. Do you know how many times gunshot done lull me to sleep to train track lullaby break hit loud and sticky like weed, which is to say criminal, like brown boy? Mommy wrapped me under a sheet of white lies and half-truths to color in the blanks whenever I asked her, but oh mommy, why can't I hang out with the black kids in my class? And she says, mijo, because we hang different. Sun kisses our skin less aggressively, but oh mommy, shadows drip off me like some kind of foreshadowing what's between us and them, but a pond, all different kinds of shades like the palm trees back home where you taught me how to cut open and skin a coconut. The meat under it is the sweetest hate crime I've ever had the pleasure of dissecting. The biopsy results will conclude that I did, in fact, look suspicious. I speak a stolen language in a stolen land wearing the clothes of another culture. My throat is Spanish as the Anglo-Saxons were both forced to swallow. Neither of these are our first language. I be black and Latino. These are not mutually exclusive. Black like February. Black like, I'll shoot you before I read you your rights, because, niggas can't read and write, right? Like, that's illegal, right? Like, this why college scholarships be requiring like 2 essays. Cause ain't no scholars on the ship to Quisqueya or layover flight to Nueva York. Backpack full of dreams, no coat learning the meaning of nieve. Black like lynching, welfare and food stamps. Latino like, no soy negro, soy mulatto. Matter of fact, soy indio, gringo no me entiende. Where I'm from, they still lynch people. Typical immigrant story. Living in the 4th floor of a 5-story building with no elevator. 5 bodies in 1 bedroom, sleep in the same bed, pack like salchichas on a good day. All you eat is salchichas because food stamps don't come for another week. And papi won't come for another 365 weeks, but you a man now. You don't need a dad. Black boys don't even exist. We always born grown. This don't even be feeling like a poem anymore. This be an AP class. I had to learn this shit on my own. I'll teach you about allocative inefficiency and how it creates track meets like slaves off plantations. It's funny how they both teach you about scarcity. It means resources are limited, like green cards, diplomas, and scholarships. So, I got mad shit to say. I'm from the Bronx. It's not Wakanda. We did it first. And it's interesting seeing, like, growing up as a kid, the kind of things that are just normalized to you. And then being, like, much, much older and being like, everyone has this language for it now. Like, oh, no, that's gentrification. Or, yeah, that's some fucked up shit you happened to you. That's trauma. And having to reflect on that shit. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about that shit. Boop. I used to live a block away from the Bridges Juvenile Center. I would pass it every day on the way to school. This way, I would always know my place and get a preview of my future. See, I'm from the South Bronx, and I'm always taught to remember where I came from. See, I've learned that only in America can you almost starve to death and still be considered too rich to receive a welfare check. Here's another application. We'll get back to you in a couple of months. In the meantime, go to church. You know, the one next to the pharmacy, next to the liquor store, next to the other church in the same block as the projects, where the cop car stays parked every single day, where there's been 2 drug raids in the past month in front of the school who can barely keep the grades high enough to be considered average. Like, yeah, of course we need a common core. But niggas don't even got a common home or a common income. And as soon as the money comes in, it comes out in rent and food and taxes. Sometimes I think about how niggas that wouldn't come to my block and how they don't think that I've ever been to Flatbush in the day. Because, of course, I'd be too pussy to go out at night. Believe me, that sun did not make it any more safe. We walked to and from school knowing we could get run over or get our face sprayed with lead showers, whether in Simpson or Bushwick, 161st, Flatbush, Hunts Point, at point blank range. I faced the fact that any day I could end up on the evening news. It'd be that type of fact that makes you mad enough to spray paint. Are you really policing New York City's finest MTA billboard for gentrification? You can move in as soon as we take the garbage out. You know, that one stop on the 6th train where all the white people leave. No offense, but if white people on the D train past 155th, there's a Yankee game, and you really holding up my seat. I'm not saying you're not welcome. I'm saying you just have the privilege of not living it. We be the Warriors. Come out to play. But who'll be the real villain of the movie? Because last time I checked, Blood, Crips, and Cops still rep the same colors. And all 3 got guns cocked in my general direction if I rep the wrong hood. There used to be a time when 5 Points took me in as my alma mater. I was 10, tagging along with my friends' spray paint cans. I was tagging along with my friends because they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. And let me paint a picture for you. Words may not be as poignant, but they can be just as blunt. A sentence is worth the 24 picture frames per second of the time it takes to say it till it becomes like a whimper or a whisper, like a cut-off thought like I can't breathe. Holes in the story, thicker than 6 shots through the abdomen while shock rattles your diaphragm till, oh yeah, you can't breathe. This city be painted in tones like weed fumes and homelessness Apathy growing rampant like gangrene across wrong kids. Chop us off. All we do is spread filth through the city's veins, always turning the limbs pale. God, oh God. God gets more praises from my neighbor's apartment than churches. More prayers from hospital waiting rooms to cathedral pews. Airport terminals have heard more sincere I love yous than wedding halls, and city streets have taken more blood and breaths away than oil and gas chambers. I'm learning a lot. I'm 21 now. I apologize if I seem quite brash, but I live back in Fordham now. I pass a gated community in a brand new Starbucks in the South Bronx, and if you'll excuse me, I have a class to attend.